Should I turn my camera off and back on? See if I turn it back on. You see me now?
No, but you can see me.
No, I can see you. Hmm. Okay.
So
So yeah, you got my say too. Okay. Now it's back on you. I see you moving. Yep. Are you looking at? I think your other phone or tablet or something like that, just to check it. Hmm. I'm gonna came back. Yep.
but I wanted to see you too. I can't see you yet.
No, I can see
Okay.
both of us. I see.
All right. All right. All right. Technical difficulties. It's raining. Hey, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Tonight, I have the pleasure of my cousin, Jatira, aka Zani's World. Let's eat. Hey, how are you? I am good. Thank you for joining me on this video tonight. Um, I've been watching you for a while, and I want to tell you how proud of you I am. And you're doing your thing. Um, Such an awesome young lady. You have such a vibe about you that I enjoy watching because you're young, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're gifted, and it's just awesome. You get to share that with the world, and a lot of people have talents like that, and they hide it from the world. But you, like, here I am. Here come me. And I know you have so much more to offer. As a young lady, you get to, other women get to see you, young women get to see you, and see what you're doing. I mean, they don't really know your story, but I would like for you to share a little bit of who you are, some of the things you have going on right now, and let the world know who Zani is.
Able to be on your platform. So for anybody that doesn't know, we are family. We are related. So we both doing our thing. So I'm super proud of you as well. For anybody that don't know me, of course, anybody that don't know me, I go by Zani. So Zani, it came about going on 5 years ago. Because I was trying to figure out a name. I was going with JT because that's just short for my actual name. So I was like, not really feeling it. I went to Vegas with my friends. We was just lit. We was outside. We was turned up. I don't know if you've seen that meme where they like when you see your best friend outside and then everybody like hyped and stuff. And they were like, but I just text you type. Yeah. So that was us. We was outside and like I was trying to find out a name and nothing was coming. So I love the letter X. I just like the way it looks. I love the way it sounds. My basketball number, for anybody that doesn't know, I play basketball. So my number is 21. So that's if you see my actual logo. I know you probably can't see me because of the technical difficulties, but people that can see, I have my hat on. My logo has literally two slashes and then a one slash. So that stands for 21. That's my favorite number. And then The Ani came from my middle name, and then a lot of my cousins in my family is Ani, Ayana. My middle name Ayana, so it's that kind of derived from that. And we put it together, and that's how Zani came about. And for anybody else that doesn't know, I'm in a sorority. I'm a Delta. You know, shout out Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Y'all know what we doing always. So my good friend Kai, who's now J45, he did a freestyle. And my good friend at the time was like, yo, you be playing, but you really need to spit something because you could get on this page. And at the time the page had over 200,000 followers. They're almost at like a million now, but they had like 200,000 followers. And I was like, all right, I'll try it. You know, I do play around. I didn't take it serious because basketball was my focus, and that's where I wanted. You know, I'm going to the league, and it didn't nothing else mattered. But God had other plans, and did the freestyle. It went crazy, and you know, normally they say don't read the comments, but I went right to the comments. I did that exact opposite. So I went right to the comments. Went right to the comments, but it was so much love. You know, it was just like, yo, who is this? Where'd she come from? And that was one of my first ever showing it to the public that I could actually put rhymes together. Like I said, I played around in high school. Never took it serious until, you know, after like basketball. I felt like basketball wasn't my lane anymore. So Zani came just from me playing around, and then it went from there because I was with a group. We was called Interstate Runners. Shout out to them guys, love them. You know, you get older, so everybody pathway change. People become parents, so you know lives change. But those still my guys to this day. But ended up being with them. We was a whole crew, and we just kind of took off. They introduced me to like the studio life. Never been in a studio. My very first studio experience. I had one guy. He yelled. He was like really upset with me. He's like, "Yo, you don't got your rhymes together." Like you would have thought he paid for the session. How upset he was, but he was just. I think for me, I'm somebody that takes on challenges. So you know how some things can discourage people, right? If like somebody come at you left, you're like, oh, I don't want to deal with this person because I don't like how they talk to me. For me, it's like, oh, I want more. Okay, like that's what you're doing. Let's go. So it was a amen. Bow wow. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm like, gotta be hereditary. Yeah, yeah, all the way, you know, and it was just like a because for me, I didn't get discouraged. I was just like, maybe this is the condition of how the studio life is, and I wanted to adapt to it. Granted, he was rude. He was like you need to hurry up and you need to come on. Like you again, you would have thought he paid for it, but for me, I was like, bro, you know, and he didn't know. You know, he didn't. I didn't come up with an excuse like, yo, this is my first session. It was just like a okay, maybe I need to come with my rhymes together. I gotta get myself together. You know, it was a yes, man. From there, every last studio I done had, I had my bars together. If I came, I had my written rhymes together, or if I was coming off the dome, if I was short a couple bars, I knew exactly what I wanted, when I wanted it, how I wanted it. So that moment really was like a honestly a make or break for me. It was I was either gonna stop music that day because he yelled at me, or and clearly it was like a nope. I'm gonna show you, and it's funny because I've never seen him after that. Never seen him again. So yeah, but yeah, man, lit it all the way up, right? So right, yeah.
I'll be bopping. I'll bop to your beats. Yeah, so I like all genres of music. So you have some hitters, you have some with some great beats on it. And just so you know, keep it going because you never know who's watching, you never know who's listening. And what you're saying is some of value. It's really a value. It's not just anything you throwing down on paper just to be heard. So you got some bars, cuz you got some bars. Because I actually was gonna just try to do like a whole thing of yours, right? But I was like this. I'm gonna see how she react off it, right? Because if someone's who's true to their craft, even if it's dancing, if I start dancing around you and you jump in, because that's how we roll, because that's what we do. So I was like, if I say this bar and she jump in, I know she true to this, and you just went. It's like, yeah, like that's mine, right there. So yeah, I wanted to see what your reaction was gonna be. I wanted to see what it's gonna be, and you gave me and you and you gave me the reaction that I wanted. You gave me the reaction that I wanted. I was like, let me see what she gonna do. I said, because I'm definitely gonna say one of her songs. I was like, I don't know which one it's gonna be, but that one kept coming back on. I was like, okay, let me use that one. Plus, I like that. I like that. That's one of my favorites of yours. So um, it just like I could relate to that. So I like that. I like that. So by me listen to you, right, and me listen to your bars, and it goes to show that you put thought into what you're saying before you just spit it out there. Like, how do you zone out? How do you zone out when you're in that moment? Like, you know what? I'm about to write. Is it something that pushes you to write? Like maybe you had a bad day. Let me just go down and write. Or is it something like what is your zone? What is it?
I could have an experience at like CVS or something, right? Somebody, because I always got one thing about us, we related, right? We always got people coming to us, they gravitate to our energy, and they'll randomly tell me something, and then I relate to it, and then I'll come back home, hear a beat, and then talk about that experience. So a lot of ways that I lock in is just from how a beat make me feel. Because a lot of times I know some people like a lot of artists will write, then hear a beat, and then use what they wrote. I have to hear the beat to tell me what it wants me to say, and then I'll take from those experiences, and like really just and get the right. And so like Ain't Chasing, at that time I was going through just having to like I'm trying to get to know somebody. They don't really know what they want. I'm like, all right, you know what, baby, I ain't chasing you. Like I'm not chasing. Like I'm not doing it. So, uh, yep. So a lot of that's just from experiences, and then the beat. Yep.
Feel it because you into it. Like you said, like I'm like if you saying it, I'm in. I'm in. So you was like so you could feel that from it. So that's a good thing. Um Another thing I wanted to ask you is about how do you um navigate? Like how do you balance that all when you want to rap, work, do other extracurricular activities? How do you balance it all?
For what you want to make time for. So for me, the music is important to me. Like I said, I love it because it's so therapeutic. So whenever I get a moment at work, like if it's on my lunch break or when school is over, before school, a lot of time before work, I find myself writing. So because a lot of the stuff that generated, days before or months before, it'll just come to me. And in that moment, when I do hit, if I'm thinking of something, I have to like pre-record myself, or I have to write it down, or it will be lost forever. That's one thing that does happen to me. So if I don't get it right there and then, I won't have it. Yeah. Yes.
There any barriers that you feel that you have to do to, like, as a female artist? I know, years ago there was always something like barriers for female artists. Like, do you feel that struggle? Do you have those barriers?
Felt like it was a lot easier. Life for me, like I'm learning, it's always easier when you have a team because I had multiple like plugins. You know, we had people promoting over here, people like, and we had the more the merrier. It helps you just because, like, right, me connecting with you, I don't know who you know. So if I'm tapping with you, you know, you promote to your people, you helping me out. Whereas if it's just me, right, I got to work with who I know. Granted, it's going to take longer, but eventually I'll get there. So like breaking those barriers, it's all about who you know in this industry. So if you don't, you know, don't have the connections, for me, I don't have the same like team foundation I once had. Like I said, because everybody's parents now. Some people just, you know, are not motivated anymore, found something else they want to do, which is fine. So I think the barrier is like the foundation of establishing a team. And when you can have people like, hey, yo, oh snap, yo, Ronnie just dropped a freestyle. You know, sharing it, something as simple as that, that goes a long way. When you have other people helping you out. But you know, we live in a world now where anything can go like viral in a second. It just takes a, you know, it's um so not that the team is an excuse, but it's definitely harder. It's harder if you're uh-huh. Yeah. Yes.
But if we had a team, like, you know, I do real estate, I do life insurance and all the other things that I do. But to me, like, I always wanted a team. And it's so hard because people, if it's not their thing, people don't want to be bothered until you have made it. And then it's like everybody's on your tail, like, oh, hey, you know. But as you're doing it, because you need that team to, like you said, to be able to promote you, to be able to help you, to be able to help guide you, because we are in our craft and we be stuck in our way sometimes. It could take another person to say, no, don't do it this way, do it that way. And it could help us. It could keep us encouraged. So I feel like everything that you do, anything that you have going on, it'd be so much better if you had a team. But you know, it's kind of hard. And like you said, people have their own life, yes, but you know, sometimes some people do support you and some people will go all the way with you. Like, I got you, and you do have those few people. But if you had a true team that was dedicated and loyal to you to see you win all the way through with no BS in the middle of it, it will help so much for you to get to where you want to be. But everything happened for a reason. Everything happened in God's time, and I do believe that. So it also make us stronger, right? Because now we got to go do it all ourselves. Then when we do get there, because we will get there, we can pick and choose who we decide at that point. Okay, you didn't want to be in my team when I was there, but we have great hearts, so I know we still gonna pick some people, not everybody, but we still will pick some people. Like, okay, you can call my team now. I'll take you now. We'll have a choice at that point, you know. So that's for everything. So everything in life, you definitely need a team to help you out. We don't need a team to be successful, but it can help us get there quicker. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So another thing I wanted to ask you about is social media branding. How is that for you?
Advice on like the best way to, you know, to kind of take my approach to, so where I kind of like, for me, like I'm not like your typical artist. And what I mean by that is, right, every artist has some type of image. So with me, because I'm so versatile, yeah, one minute you're gonna see me in Jordans and a hoodie, next minute you're gonna see me in heels and skirt, and another time you're gonna see me in basketball shorts. It's There's so many variations of me. It's hard to pinpoint a look. So I think that's one thing I'm working on when it comes to my branding. Like people know my logo when they see it. People know my face when they see it because I'm always in front of a camera and pushing my content. But I think I struggle with, yeah, you know, I just struggle with like the actual image. Like you look at her, she has like that curly hair with the glasses. You know, if you look at Glorilla, like she had like the long hair and then like certain fits. So I think I'm just letting that come naturally. I'm not rushing it. But as far as like my social, yeah, okay, yeah.
When you have a sense of fashion, you are able to be versatile. You are able to go in those from those Jordans to those heels. Don't change that, baby. Don't change it. I'm from your cousin to you. Don't change it because each one of those outfits that you wear, you are inspiring somebody, you are motivating somebody, and you're doing it because you're supposed to do it. So every time you had a different outfit, whether you're at the gym, whether you're throwing on heels, whether you have your sneakers on, somebody is very impressed. I'm impressed with them all, just so you know. But somebody else is impressed with each one of those outfits. You got a fan for each one of those outfits, a hater for each one of those outfits. So keep doing it. Keep doing it the way you got it going on, keep it. And someone will cater to that brand. Don't change who you are for someone else or some other thing because if they're not going to take you as you are, guess what? You're not going to like it because if you can't be who you are and do what you want to do, you're going to despise doing it. So keep doing it your way and it's going to take off your way the way you want to do it. Don't change for nothing or nobody. And that's from cousin to you. Yes, it's okay.
Feedback. Like I love constructive criticism, right? If you were to be like, I've had somebody say, "Yo, you should wear this, you should wear that." I was like, "Hey, I appreciate it, but that's not me. But thank you." So hearing that definitely it's so motivational for me. Just because you just don't know. I've had people reach out like you just said, like they were like, "Yo, I admire." the way You just you just like, yo, I'm outside. I'm here. You guys gonna take me as I am, or you can keep it pushing. And I said, that's just like who I am. No, yeah, right, I, right, yeah, going wild.
That. Don't change that. Don't change that. Yeah, yeah.
Word.
You have a vibe, honey. You have a vibe. Yes, and you're gonna get the audience that you need for each song, for every song. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah. So keep on. Like whenever you feel like it, the more I don't feel like doing something, it's been my motivation to do it. Because if we allow that, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. We'll never do it. So again, I'm still working on being consistent. So whenever you feel like putting something out, put it out. Don't care who's watching. You go live, go live. Don't care who's watching. If you're the only one up there, somebody's gonna catch it later. Somebody catch it late night while they up. Oh, I didn't know she was live, but they're gonna watch it. Even your haters watching you, honey. Do it for the haters. They watching the most. Yeah. So don't be stuck on those numbers right now. Because later on when you get the real numbers, that's what's gonna matter. But at least you know I took my time. I waited for this. Cause guess what? We're gonna get there. We're definitely gonna get there eventually. Yeah. So don't worry about who's watching now because the people who you think watching may not be watching. The ones who you think not watching, they're watching. Yeah. So do you have anything going on in the near future? You have any shows or anything coming up that you want everyone to know about?
Underground scene. So I used to do a lot of, when you first start up, you go to the shows, you get on the list, you wait till like 12 o'clock to perform and nobody there. So I've experienced all of that, but a lot of the sounds, a lot of the events I went to, I have a very commercialized sound. I don't have I was raised in the gutter and I got the blicky on me. I'm start cooking up the pot. Like a lot of stuff I went to, I mean, that's people's story. So I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying that's not their truth. It's not my story. And I had, when I used to go, now granted, like I have bars. So when I spit, they was like, yo, that's tough the way connected, da da da. But a lot of events I went to, they were looking for like that underground, narcotics and I got it went to jail 17 times, made it out alive, and I was like, bro, I can't relate to that. Like, I've never experienced that. So it's, you know, yeah, I can't talk. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend. I talk about going on vacation and flights, and that's so. Not that they didn't enjoy it, but because my sound was different, that audience just wasn't for me. So I now do like weddings, private parties. I do a lot of school events, so a lot of commercialized vibrant platforms. That's what I do. Um, so I'm just that's gonna come when it comes. Like people see my services and things like that. So if they're like, hey, we want you to perform at the wedding. We looking for this type of song. People will reach out, but I haven't done like shows like that. Just because my platform is different.
About that. But yeah, of course I'm gonna be there. What?
It's so important to me. So I like when people bridge gaps like that. I'm like, yo, I want you a part of this experience, like, cause I wouldn't have been here without you. So yeah, okay, yes,
The show, and I was like, oh wait, but I couldn't make that. I couldn't make that one, so I wouldn't. But everything is in the right timing. Everything is in this timing. So I definitely put that plug in. So if anything, I'll let you know. Then I'll put you two in contact and go from there. but you're amazing. You are amazing. I seen the video of you and your sister at the gym, and I just thought that was so cute. I thought that was the best thing in the world, because y'all was vibing, and that's one of the things that I had to get back really back into. I'll do work out here and there, but again, nothing I'm consistent with. Um, I have to get back to being consistent with that, but I'm so big on health, mental health, and regular health for your body, being in shape. I walk a lot, but I don't walk as much as I used to. And I have all the gym equipment here at the house. It's a matter of me when my knees start buckling, then I know I have to go on my home gym, do some weights to the legs. um, when I start eating too many cookies, I'm like, uh-oh, time to go and get on the treadmill for a minute, do some squats. So it was like a ray of sunshine to see you guys in the gym. That's why I was like, oh, love it, keep it going. Again, you don't know what you put out that can be motivating people. People may not say it. A lot of people are not gonna say it. Someone will copy your whole style and not say, I got to not give you your flowers and not give you your credit due. Anything I see, I'm like, listen, I'm taking a page out their book because I want to do that too. I have no problem with saying that, but a lot of people do. A lot of people just be watching the sideline and try to copy and don't, give you that. I admire that. Um, Stay fit is so important. But what encouraged you to start working out with your sister?
I play basketball, so a lot of that came from basketball, right? Having to be conditioned, and then growing up, I used to always hear my dad be like, "Listen, your body changes as you get older. When you like 13 and 14, you like, yeah, all right, like, bro, I'm always what you mean." And then you get older, you get older. But I honestly I've always loved the gym. I think basketball played a huge part of that. And then just I like to ask my sibling. That's why I ask everybody, yo, did you work out today? That's just something I do with my family. I kind of guilt trip them too. If I see my mom eating like a cake or my sister eating cake, I'm like, all right, so we'll be going to the gym tomorrow. I bet. So it's just more of like an accountability thing. But my family, we just sure will. Sure will. Did you work? I got you. Yup, sure will. Listen, you on the log now. Uh, I got you. Yeah, no, we love the gym, man. I just so because I've been trying to get my sister to so we used to she used to love TikTok like crazy. But you get older, she in college now, so now it's like I got hey, look, I can't really be sweating like that. She wanna be cute, so I'm like, no problem. But we can still because we used to dance when we were younger. You was around at our family parties and stuff. We used to always be dancing. But now that we're older, she's kind of like, don't really want to. So I was trying to get her to do TikToks with me because I'm like, yo, we can literally go viral. With us doing just small dances, we could go viral. But so she's like, but I was like, all right, so how about we just do gym stuff? That she's big on, same like nutrition. She's in school to be a psychologist. So mental health is a big one. So being fit definitely coincides with mental health. That's there you go. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. So it's yeah. Nah, real facts. So it's like that. That was always there. I just think. I just like I said for me, I love when I'm in the gym. I psychologically motivate myself. So I'm like, yo, if if I could bring my sister with me and we can have that slogan be a thing, I'm gonna do it to everybody else. So like you said, if you watch my content, if you biting that cookie, you like, I didn't work out today. All right, Johnny. All right, girl. I'm gonna go. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. So, yep. Yes. I will. I ask. Sure will. That's what you want.
If you can encourage someone, that's if someone wants somebody to see this video, what is something that you would want to tell them when it comes to the music and creating?
I think it's dope to find people that you like and then pull something from them that you like, but definitely keep it yours. If you want to challenge yourself, be around, and it's kind of scary, but be around people who are better. I found myself around the way I developed for some people. You know what's crazy? Because thank you for bringing that up. What's wild is I've had numerous features. Right? I don't just make music for me. Like I've been on other people's songs. Out of all the people I work with, I think only two people drop music with me on it. And I've had somebody tell me, "Yo, I can get on a record with you, but I won't put it out because you sound better than me." And I'm like, yo, that's the purpose of the song. You want it to sound fire, even if right, if my verse is stronger, it's the song, it'll go, but that's the competition in it. And for some people they like physically told me they're like, yo, I'm not putting this out because you sound you it sounds like this is your song and you're a feature. And I'm like, well, if I were you, I would put it out. Just put it out. You feel me? Just you got, but you have to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. You gotta, yeah, but you know what? And stuff like on the flip side, for me, I don't, my mental, I've always been different when it came to stuff like that. I've always been like, oh, damn, you cooked me? Say less. Well, I want another record. Let's do this again because I want to get better. From, yeah, I love challenge. Yeah, I don't run from them. We do. So I might, it's hereditary. But yeah, no, I stay around people who are witty with their bars, who have a crazy cadence, so yeah. Mm, right.
Who we um who are not. And that's okay because we like to have fun with some of them, right? But when it comes to our growth, we're supposed to be in a room with people who are smarter than us because we have to learn too. We pour into people. We have to be around people who could pour into us. That's a fact. Like we can't just be around any and everybody. So right now in my life, as you know, me and your mom 2 days apart. Oh, you know what? I have to tell you something. I have a fun fact for you. You know who named me? Your grandmother, Judy. Yeah, I had wrote that down so I could tell you. And I totally forgot, but that just brought me to it. Yeah. Yeah, she named me. Yeah, she sure did. They used to tell me that when I was little. Yeah. Yeah, she named me. But yeah, you always supposed to be in a room with smarter people because how else are you gonna learn? Everybody can't always learn from you. Everybody can't always, pick from you.
People, people do this thing too where they'll come around, and then they'll like, they talk, highly of themselves, like, yeah, like I've been here and I did that, and I'm like, that's dope. Okay, now tell me how you got there so I can get there. Like I don't, I've never been somebody that's like, oh, you just chatting. I'm like, okay, you did that. All right, so tell me how you do that. I am not afraid to ask. That's one thing about me and my character. I will ask you. The worst thing you can say to me is I don't want to tell you, and it's like, okay, all right, no problem. But I'm gonna ask. So, but I agree with you. I like being around people who are better, who have experiences, and then through time, through experiences, it's like it'll come. But it takes time, and like, I'm having fun with everything too. So, but
It brings us so much joy when we do something that we want to do, and opposed to doing what others want us to do. It takes away, and it's like we're like, we don't want to do it. I had to learn at this age. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I tell my daughters, like, when they're in a space where it took me here like this long to get what they got at an early age is such a blessing. You guys are so smart. And if you got it now, you're going to be great when you get my age. So you know what it takes. You know what you have to do. Stick to it. Stand on it. And don't let nobody change nothing about who you are. I love it. I'm sure your parents love it. Family love it. Don't change it because it's going to come. Whatever you're wanting, you're going to get there. You're definitely going to get there because your drive and your vibe in itself is going to get you there. It's definitely going to get you there. So don't even worry about, the rest. You got it. Um, I have to ask you this because you know it's my platform. So what is it like when you have something that you want that you may write it down, you may think about it. Do you pray about it? Mhm.
One thing that for me as I got older, and it was rough, right? It's happening as you get older. You gotta let go of the people that some people that you love. It's like, yo, you my dog. Why? But it's part of growth. It's so like, oh my god, because because it Oh, okay, yeah, it's like, yo, why? No, come this way. Like this where the winners be at. But I've learned over time, like everybody grows at their own pace. And from with me, I think along my path, it as far as I know, it's always love with everybody that I have outgrown. We all just got differences. Like I said, life happens. Um, but that's just how that is. Ain't really much.
Say to people, which I had to learn and still learning, be careful what you pray for because God will give it to you. And when you start asking for what you want specifically, he start removing people because those people can't go with you. He start, like you said, like, oh, once people start, they're like, oh, why? You start crying and you don't get it, you understand, but you be like, God looking at you like, but you pray for this. You didn't pray for, yeah. You said, show me who. You said you want to go somewhere else. So I'm removing this stuff from you. I'm removing these people from you so you could get there. Because if you keep them around, you're not going to get there. So you have to really be careful of what you pray for and you have to be specific. Yes, God, I want to be a millionaire. Yes, God, but he gonna be like, start sending you stuff because you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. You gotta do your part. He gonna do his. He gonna get you there, but you gotta do the work. You're like, dang, this is so hard. He's like, but you wanted it. This is what you want. You asked for it. So yeah, so I'm happy you said that. You pray. You gotta pray. You gotta put that to the equation number one because that's the only way you're gonna get there. It's like, listen, God, you have those crazy conversations with him. Be like, listen, God, I know it's gonna be hard. Can you take me the easy route? And when you ask him to take you the easy route, it's like it's harder. Right, 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 right.
But you never lied. That praying it's wild. But I think for me, that was like the best thing that has happened to me. Cause I mean I'm not really like I love everything about what I'm doing. Like I'm really locked in just on me and like my family and just everything I got going. I'm not I'm not complaining too much. So it's kind of like if anybody else is supposed to leave, it's hey, see you later. We gotta yeah, we got work to do. So yeah. Um, that honestly, that was developed since I was young. I'll tell everybody, sports played a huge part in like the character that I have because it taught me, how to lock in and how to focus. So I'm always revert to basketball because that's what I was like locked in on at an early age. But I wanted to go to the WBA so bad. It was like it was homework, school, practice, my own practice. Like I developed a discipline type of system, so it carried over into my adulthood, which is now. And I just I don't know how to, because a lot of people, like, I don't know how you can just do this and then, not worry about. I don't, and I just that might have been embedded since I was young. Honestly, it's habitual at this point. But I mean, when I was in college and stuff, I was definitely turned up. I definitely had my turned up days. We was lit, we was outside. But again, I didn't do music. I played basketball. But even then, it wasn't so much. I had distractions. It was just like a so my tolerance is low. Maybe that's probably why. Like I don't really. I'm not. That's probably why I don't really get distracted. That's it. I just, oh man, cause cause if you come with like nonsense or drama, I don't do it. So I'm like, all right, I see you, cause you mad. I'll talk to you later. Whenever you calm down, we can talk. But I don't know. I never really, yeah, distractions never was really a problem for me. Have I had people try to distract me? Of course, but I can't really sit here and be like, oh, I was once distracted, like because I just my tolerance is low. Like I'll be like,
Saying, stop texting me, stop calling me. I'm focused in. I can't. Like I just can't. I can't do it right now. And you don't even have to have that conversation with them, but you know what you got to do. So you like, nope, mm-mm. But every little thing that's not in alignment with what you're trying to do is a distraction. So that's a great thing that you learned that early on. Again, it took me till I got here in these last couple years to be able to do that. My kids are older. I have awesome grandkids. They're not bad, or that they're not in the way. They're not distractions. So that's a plus. But everything else, even my job is a distraction. So I have to learn to be like, you know what? I'm giving them this 8:30 to 4:30, and the rest is me to focus here. Because if not, it'll take you off course and have you not want to do what you love to do because you're dealing with that mess. And it's like you gotta really be like, narrow it down, and I'm staying strictly here. Like everything else, you gotta just like the what's the ludicrous throw them bowls, you gotta throw them bowls. Or you wanna be what's her name, Spider Woman, what's her name, Superwoman, no, Wonder Woman. You had those bracelets and you be like this. At everything that come your way, you just gotta block it, because anything that's not alignment with what you're trying to do in life is definitely a distraction. And like you said, God definitely will show you. He'll show you your distractions, because those things that cookies is a distraction for me. That's a distraction. It's a distraction. The lemon ones, matter of fact, the lemon cookies, Pepper's Farm to be exact, is a distraction in my life. I don't know why they have them on the shelf. I don't know why I order them online and they get here to my house, but they're a distraction for me. And I like it. I gotta like it. Thank you. Thank you.
when I'm recording, whatever it is music related, if they call, yo, I'm recording. My bad, my bad, my bad. Handle your handle, because they know if I lose it, bruh, like you just messed up the bag. So, listen, what you do. So my friend group definitely helps play a part in keeping me locked in as well, because they'll be like, no, go ahead, lock in, hit me later. So I love that about them. Yeah.
Are keeping you motivated. Again, we pour into so many people. We need to be poured back into. There's not as many people that we pour out to that pour into us, but God is there. So he balances out that for us. But you have any questions for me?
Entice you to say, you know what? Let's do this. I want to do this. Hmm. Amen. That's dope. That's dope.
If it's to help them avoid some of the things I went through, rather it's help to encourage them, inspire them. Um, I wanted to have a platform to do so. When I wrote my book, I wanted to share a story to help others, how I coped, how I got through, how I made it through, because life is not easy. And I feel like if you don't have God, can you hear me? All right, somebody's trying to call. So I feel like if you don't have God doing life with you, it's so hard. So I wanted to help others get through whatever it is that they were going through, letting them, and I guess giving them an invitation to God and how much He has done for me. So just sharing my story, I felt like the video would be better than me writing another book. And I don't know if it really is, but at least being on video, I could do it right then and there. The book take a minute to get out. It takes a minute to get out. And believe it or not, I hate public speaking. I used to hate. Really? You would never believe it. My big old mouth. And I'm shy. I'm shy. People don't even know I'm shy. I'm shy. Yeah, I'm shy. So this is God. I have to give him the credit. This is nobody but God, because I'm shy. Um I didn't like public speaking. And I remember when I was in school, when I was in college, I took a psychology class, which I'm taking another one now, but this is for something else. But in my psychology class, we had to do a presentation live in front of class. And she said it had to be 15 minutes to a half an hour. No, it had to be a half an hour. And I was like, I'm not giving you a half an hour. I don't like talking in front of people. You're not getting that from me. So this was like how I felt about suicide. I did suicide. So how I felt about suicide before I did the paper and did the research changed how I felt about it afterward. And as you know, we have family that we lost to suicide. So it was a great time for me to do it. And when I did the research, it helped me to get a different perspective of it. And I was up there for 45 minutes. And I couldn't believe it when she said it because I was just in my zone. So, like, that's why I asked you about being in your zone. What I had learned to realize is that this is my zone. I like doing it now. I like talking. I like talking to people. I like encouraging people. I like motivating people. I'm dope in real life and I have a great personality. And that has helped me in every area of my life. So it's like, why not share that? And I was selfish with me, and I'm not no more, but I am selfish with me in a different way now. So whereas now I want to share my worldly experience, so to bring God into that um space to help. But now I'm selfish with me, like me. I'm not giving no more of me. I used to give all of me to everyone. So now I'm selfish with me. But now I want to give my experience to everyone and again be selfish with me. So that's what made me want to do it, just to share the experience and share everybody, to tell everybody how good God is to me and how good He has been to me. And this right here is to give Him all the glory and all the credit, because there's no Trina without God, and I never take credit for anything. I always give it to Him. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to share it, and with all the things I have going on, like the branding. I have to do better with that, but I have so much going on and so much to share. I think anything that anybody, even family and friends have been through, they know to call me. Like Trina probably knows she's not doing it. She probably know who could do it for me. So it's like instead of gatekeeping, I want to share it. I want to give it out.
The way you flow in and the energy. So nah, not at all. I wouldn't have guessed that. But that's dope. That's so dope.
but I am very reserved. I'm in the room with a bunch of people I don't know. I just like scope out the scenery, you know. And then, like you said earlier, we have such a vibe that people just cling to it. They just come to, like, I could be standing somewhere. I'm at the train station. People just come up to start talking to me, tell me their whole life story. I'm looking like, but I accept it. I used to didn't know what it was about. Now I accept it. Like, God, you put me here for a reason, so I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be that ear for that person today. But yeah, it's like you have to learn your purpose and understand it, and you start living it. You have to start living. Yeah, because when he tell you this is your purpose and you be disobedient, it ain't gonna go well for you.
And then God's laughing at you because like God got his own plans for you. That is like as I get older, I'm growing in my adulthood. I'm like, yo, yeah, what? Man, I'm telling you, I told you I'm supposed to be the lead right now. God said no, and I all this time I thought in my when I was young, I thought I got a basketball for Christmas. My mom had the old tapes. I got a microphone for Christmas. Ain't that something? So I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, so just that's wild. But this is super dope. I think like your platform is keep doing it. Like you just told me, you keep doing this. It's gonna continue to grow. Like it's because this is a vibe. Yeah, this is a whole vibe. Definitely.
It's so awesome to see someone in their craft. And you know when someone is serious about what they're doing because how it comes off. How it comes. That's why I said, don't change that dressing, girl. Don't change it. Don't change it. Mm-mm. Keep it going. You got an audience.
Now I'm like, all right, bro. Okay, I appreciate it, but we gonna continue to do what we doing. So, um, yeah. So, and I don't like come off like I know everything. I do know that like again, if there are things that can help me, I'm open to a lot of stuff. Other than the whole like sexy red vibe, nothing against sis. I just can't do that. I can't twerk and all of that. It's just not my energy, not my vibe. But like the people that can, they got it. Yeah, no, I'm not. It's the entertainment industry, so I'm not mad at it. But I've had people be like, you should try that. And I was like, no, like, I was like, then you don't want to see that. Like that's no, bro. So, but again, hello, you feel me? Yes, yes.
I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I don't take nothing for granted. So I'm so appreciative for this moment with you, to be able to bar with you and talk to you. This was definitely awesome. It was so great. You got my number, you know where I'm at. Call me. Um, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And maybe after a while, do some videos while I'm working out. That's right. That's right. I got you. Watch. In the next couple of weeks, I got you. Watch. Right. Yeah. And I'll be in touch with you. I love you. Stay true to who you are. My famous quote up here: dare to be you and still be loved. Be who you are. And if they don't like who you are, too bad for them. Stay Zani, stay Jatera. Don't change it for the world. That's it. Do whatever you want to do. Guess what? If nobody else ain't watching, I'm sure you got us. Let's say, let's eat. Let's eat. I love you, cuz. You're welcome. Thank you. Have a good night.